Today our guest is the co-founder of Young Azerbaijan election bloc, Bakhtiyar Hajiyev. Today we'll discuss the role of new media and social networks in election campaign. Welcome to our studio. Thank you. Bakhtiyar Hajiyev is a Harvard graduate and also volunteered in the election campaign of US President Barack Obama and US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Now first about your election. What is the goals of the election coalition and what about the members of the coalition? We together with several youth who studied abroad co-founded this election coalition, and the main goal of this election coalition is to make positive changes in the life of Azerbaijan's policy and also in the life of the citizens. What is the role of social networks in the election campaign in Azerbaijan? What social networks are preferred now? Usually, the social networks are frequently broadly used in the world. They include Twitter, Facebook, and other social networks. And Azerbaijan and some countries like Azerbaijan don't use the potential of the social networks, but use of social networks is yes in Azerbaijan. First of all, it is free, and every candidate can open a Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube account. And secondly, it is open 24 hours, and it can receive from any person during the day. And unlike the newspaper or other press outlets, it is interactive. Any message and article you published, you can see its reaction, the reaction of the users to your messages or articles. And unlike the newspapers, which has to wait a day to publish the information, the persons can immediately publish the information at social networks. And another advantage is that a person reading an article in a social network can see who others like these articles or messages. But in the newspapers, you don't have this opportunity. And you also worked at election headquarters of Barack Obama. How social networks were used in this campaign? In 2008, January, I first volunteered for Hillary Clinton's election campaign. At that time, it wasn't. I didn't believe that Barack Obama, with 2 years of experience, could win the elections. I was thinking that he will not be able to win the elections, and I was thinking that Hillary Clinton and other strong candidates who have great financial resources will be able to win the elections. But the main the main reason why Obama won the election, it was the great broad use of social networks. The approach was in the fact that they had only 1% chance, 1% way, and they used this 1% way to win the elections for social network. Unlike Hillary Clinton or John McCain, who had sponsors who financed their campaign, few businessmen financed Barack Obama, and Obama collected small fees, small money from citizens, from residents just, and in this way they financed the election campaign. Election manager of Barack Obama will also make some recommendations for you, make some advices for you. He will not do it officially. I officially attended his course, his training in the United States. Now I'm working with another political consulting company, and they are teaching us how to use social networks for election campaign. Now there is a similar situation in Azerbaijan's policy. The classic candidates, political figures with great financial resources, great experience, and now on the other side there are youth candidates like you. And one of the reasons for our participation in election is to bring a new approach to the election campaign in Azerbaijan, and it will also be different in terms of political technology, and we want to practically apply new media. Unlike the previous elections. We have not registered yet for the elections. We are preparing for elections, but the other youth whom we had never met before has transferred funds to our accounts from different countries. You know, in Azerbaijan, the candidates only campaign in the election constituency where they are running. But, for example, if this election constituency has 5,000 users in internet, it doesn't mean that we only can campaign for them through internet. We use social networks to involve others to this, campaign. We also involve the residents of other election constituencies to be involved in our election constituency. They campaign for us through their relatives in our constituency, and they also can allocate funds from their private budget for us. So we are working to involve the reserves outside our election constituency to our constituency. And what is the new media for you? As I explained, our main tool is new media for campaign. We want to use it to deliver our message properly, and usually traditional political figures use traditional ways to deliver messages. They deliver same messages to the women, men, and children, and the aged man. But we divided the people to categories who, for example, vote for the first time, then the men, women, and, for example, teachers. And we have different messages for different groups. And what is your main slogan? Will it be political or social slogan? Well, likely it will be a social slogan, but we also have a general slogan. In general, when you mean change, it was brought up by Barack Obama in the United States. Many people understand in ambiguous, like it can be changed towards a positive and negative change. According to our investigation researchers, the people resist change because they don't know what will happen after the change, and maybe they think that we are satisfied with the current situation, but we want to deliver our message that we will retain what is positive and we will improve what is negative. Thank you for coming to our studio. Today our guest was the co-founder of Young Azerbaijan Election Coalition, Bakhtiyar Hajiyev.